On the mound for Montreal, Jeff St. John 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA during these playoffs. Kenny Cartwright 1-0 with a 1.29 ERA. Calgary now 3-1 on the road. Montreal 5-1 at home. Firmly enjoying this advantage. The Calgary lineup for tonight will be Danny Huertero, Manny Davia, Cody Martin, Israel Medina, Dao Ling, Logan's Run, Jan Conk, Cesar Torres, and J-Rock. Same as yesterday's game, no changes. Montreal making no changes for their lineup as well. We've got Orlando Garza, center fielder, batting lead off. Luis Santos in second, Peyton May batting third, the second baseman. Third baseman Hoshi Mizuguchi batting fourth. Robert Areka batting fifth, the right fielder. And shortstop Alfonso George batting sixth. Carlos Escobedo in the DH. Dan Jackman, the catcher, in eighth. And batting ninth, Damian Audi in for the injured Jose Ramirez in left field. None of these batters have faced the opposing pitchers except for Dan Jackman, who's 0 for 1 against Jeff St. John. And let's get the game underway. Calgary needs a win to stay alive in the series. Otherwise, Montreal will be crowned Bull Cup champions tonight. And it is raining here in Montreal, 39 degrees. Chill has come in late September for sure. 48,515 fans in attendance. And the wind is blowing out to the left to right at 24 miles an hour. Kenny Cartwright takes the mound for Montreal. Danny Huertero will lead it off for Calgary. And the ball game is underway. Full count pitch to Huertero. He'll take a walk. Calgary will send up Manny Davia. No out, one aboard. Huertero a threat to steal. They'll be keeping an eye on him. And a passed ball that makes it by Jackman. Huertero taking advantage and moving to second on that one. Kenny Cartwright with a walk and a wild pitch so far. Davia on the ground to third, and he's grounded out, but this will advance Huertero to third. Cody Martin with one out and a runner 90 feet away from getting on board. Calgary scored first in yesterday's game, but Montreal answered with a 3-run triple by Orlando Garza, and they didn't look back. Martin with a hit up the middle. This will drop in for a base hit, scoring Huertero from third. And Calgary is aboard here in the first inning. One down on an RBI single from Cody Martin. Israel Medina up to the plate. Full count pitch. Takes this one to left. And floating under it is Damian Audi for the out. Cody Martin wisely staying at first. Not the fastest runner by a long shot in the league. 2 away, full count pitch to Dao Ling, and he strikes out. So that'll end the inning, but Calgary aboard. 1-0 for the Inferno. Orlando Garza to lead it off for Montreal here in the bottom of the first. Jeff St. John up to the plate, on the mound. 1-0 this series, excuse me, in the playoffs. 8 innings, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts for a 4.50 ERA. The 2-2 pitch to Garza, and that's a strikeout. Knee high on the inside corner. The right-hander, St. John, up against the right-hander, Luis Santos. Hero of game 1. And Santos will ground this one down the line to third. Easily played for the out. Medina to run. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Peyton May takes a free pass on a 3-0 pitch. Oshi Mizuguchi, Japan. 273 during the playoffs, and he grounds this one hard down the first base side, and that will advance Peyton May to third as he turns up the gas and runs into a better position. Mizuguchi with a safe base hit. And Robert Areka with a fly ball to right. Getting there is, Danny Hortero, and that is 3 outs. Montreal stranding 2 runners on. And Logan's run will lead it off for Calgary here in the top of the second. He'll be followed by Jan Conk and Cesar Torres. And a hard ground ball to the third baseman, Mizuguchi, for an out as Mizuguchi flips it to Santos. Jan Conk up to the plate, the 2-0 pitch. He launches that one to left. Audi grabs it for the second out of the inning. Cesar Torres, left-handed batter. Hit hard to second, right to Peyton May, and that is 3 up, 3 down for the Inferno as we'll move to the bottom half of the inning. Alfonso George grounding this one to the first baseman, Logan's run. Handling it cleanly, taking it himself to first. And Escobedo takes this one on the chin, and he not too happy, and the fans aren't too happy about that one too. Jeff St. John, the hit batsman. 1 down and 1 aboard for Dan Jackman. And this one's hit to third. They won't get Escobedo, but they'll get Jackman at first. Escobedo had the gas turned up there. It was almost all the way down to second by the time Medina fielded that one. Damian Audi up to the plate. And this fly ball goes into right, but making the diving catch is Hortero, and that is 3 down. A base hit for Montreal, but nothing else. Excuse me, a hit batsman. Base hit came in the last inning. Top of the third now for Calgary. Kenny Cartwright, the 1-0 pitch. Well, the rain's beginning to fall. All right. J-Rock grounding to second. That very brief rain out. Or sorry, the fat bat. Here's Danny Hortero up to the plate. Cartwright, so far looking solid this game. 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Hortero takes this one to the right field gap, and this will be good for 2 bases. With a leadoff, excuse me, not a leadoff, but a leadoff hitter with a double with 1 out on that 3-2 pitch. Manny Davia up to the plate. See if he can work some of his magic. Only batting 191 during the playoffs. So he takes this ball down low. And this one's hit hard to the right side. This will score Hortero on the slide. No, they got him. It was a hard throw, but Hortero was thrown out by Robert Areka's gun arm, and that's still just a 1-0 game for Calgary. Manny Devia at first. Cody Martin up to the plate. Devia going for second on the full count pitch. But this was a pop-up easily handled by Mizuguchi, and that is the inning. Calgary threatens to score and almost does, as Hortero is thrown out on the gun of a throw from Hortero. Sorry, Hortero's thrown out on the gun of a throw from Areka in right field. Play at the plate there. Garza, the 2-2 pitch, watches that one sail by, so he's punched out. And Luis Santos up to the plate with 1 out. St. John sends him back to the bench. 3 strikeouts for Jeff St. John. Peyton May up to the plate. And he'll pop this one up. And St. John will handle it himself, and that is 3 up, 3 down, as we'll go to the 4th inning. Still 1-0 Calgary. Top of the 4th, Israel Medina will lead it off. Kenny Cartwright still pitching quite well for Montreal, despite the 1 run. And this one's hit hard back to center field. It's not able, Garza's not able to come up with it. It's off the wall. Medina will round first and go to second with no play. So a leadoff double for Israel Medina. Dao Jiling up to the plate for the Inferno. And this is popped up to center, and retreating to second is Medina. Unable to advance as Garza had to come in for that one. It's very close to second. Logan's run will take the free pass. Full count pitch. 1 away and 2 aboard for Jan Conk. Grounder back to Cartwright. And they get Logan's run at second, but Jan Conk is safe at first, so only 1 out on what was a close play. And I think the Montreal manager's not too happy with that one. But replay shows that it was, in fact, just that Conk was safe at first. So runners on the corners for Cesar Torres as he strikes out on the 2-2 pitch, and that will end the inning. Instead of the double play that Montreal thought they had. Oshii Mizuguchi, the switch hitting third baseman, batting cleanup. He'll lead it off. And he takes this one to right for a clean base hit, as it's fielded by Danny Hortero. Robert Areka up to the plate. Leadoff single for Montreal. Let's see what they can do. And they get Mizuguchi on that ground ball to the pitcher. But Areka is safe at first. So Robert Areka aboard on that grounder back to St. John. Alfonso George swing and a miss on the 1-2 pitch. St. John with his 4th strikeout of the game. 2 away, Robert Areka stuck at first. Looking to come around, and it's tapped softly back to the mound. Escobedo, however, is thrown out at first, and that will end the 4th inning. J-Rock, batting 9th, will lead off the 5th inning for Calgary.
Strike 3, you're out.
He goes down swinging on the 1-2 pitch. 87-mile-an-hour fastball from Kenny Cartwright. 3 strikeouts on the day. Danny Hortero up to the plate. And we're seeing a little bit more rain here. The top of the 5th. Strike 1 to Danny Huertero, he's not too happy about it.
Strike 3, you're out.
He goes down on the breaking ball. 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Manny Davila up to the plate. Popped up, out of play. And the umpires are calling it a rain delay. 29-minute rain delay. We'll continue this at-bat with Manny Davila. 0-1 count. And he takes this one from Cartwright, grounding it to third. No throw on the play for Mizuguchi. Yeah, infield single. The ground's a little bit dense, sogging with water, and I think Mizuguchi had trouble holding on to the ball there. Davila is aboard, 2 away. Cody Martin grounding to short, and that'll end the inning. So off we go to the bottom of the 5th for Montreal, as they'll try to get themselves on board here. Dan Jackman will lead it off for the Metros, followed by Audi and Orlando Garza. Jeff St. John putting in work here in the 5th inning. And a high fly ball popped up to short. 1 away. Damian Audi up to the plate.
Strike 3.
And he goes down on a 2-2 pitch. Strikeout number 5 for Jeff St. John. Vastly improving his playoff ERA from 4.50 down to 2.84 now. I'll bring Orlando Garza. Hit hard to third, but scooping it cleanly and playing it is the third baseman, Israel Medina. So that is 3 away. Inferno still hanging on to a 1-run lead after 5. Israel Medina leading it off here with a high fly ball to left, but this will be caught by Damian Audi, putting the glove on it, and 1 away for the Metros. Dal Ji-ling up to bat, and he pops this one up to right field. Getting there is Peyton May. Had a better angle on it, called off Robert Areca. 2 down for Logan's run. And he goes down, punched out on a 2-2 pitch. We'll change sides once again to the bottom of the 6th. And Montreal will try to get aboard here. Luis Santos leading off. High fly ball to shallow center. Torres is there in time to grab it. 1 down. Peyton May up to the plate. The 1-0 pitch grounded back to St. John, who fields it cleanly back to Logan's run, and that is 2 down. Oshi Mizuguchi with a line drive to right. Getting there in time is Huertero with an amazing catch right on the foul line. And that is 3 down. So now we move to the top of the 7th. The visitors, Calgary Inferno, still with their 1-run lead. And Conk up to the plate, hits it hard to left. The wind's playing with it, but getting there is the center fielder, Orlando Garza. Got to deal with that 24-mile-an-hour crosswind. Cesar Torres up to the plate. Hit hard to center. And again, Garza is there in time, right in the right center alley. 2 down. Montreal very effective at holding Calgary to their 1 run so far. And another fly ball. Handled by Peyton May, so 3 up, 3 down as we go to the 7th inning stretch. All right, Jeff St. John taking the mound for the visiting Calgary Inferno. Robert Areca will try to get something going here for Montreal. They're running out of innings. He drives this one to right, but running there is Hortero with an amazing catch again. 2 innings in a row. Hortero, that great range. Alfonso George hit hard up the middle, but right into the glove of the center fielder, Cesar Torres. 2 down for Carlos Escobedo here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-0 pitch. And this one's hit high, but shallow to center field, and Torres is hurrying to get there, but he gloves it again. And the side is sent back to the benches. Ricardo Botello now pitching for Montreal. So far just a third of an inning during these playoffs, but that 1 out was a strikeout. A neutral pitcher with a little bit of velocity. Danny Hortero, 1 for 2 today. 408 during these playoffs. Try to get some more action going for Calgary. Some insurance runs. Ground ball to second. Easily handled by May. Manny Davila up to the plate. And a line drive to right. This will drop in for a base hit. Calgary's 7th hit of the game. Sorry, 6th hit of the game. Pardon me. Ground ball to short, and they'll double up, and that is the side. So 6-4-3 double play as Davila and Martin are doubled up. Sent back to the bench. Montreal with another opportunity. Bottom of the 8th. Dan Jackman up to the plate. The catcher. 10 hits and 40 at-bats during the playoffs. 250 average. 0 for 2 today. And a hard ground ball down the first baseline. But Logan's Run has that one easily. Damian Audi. A soft grounder to short. That's 2 down. Lando Garza up to the plate. Hit hard down the first baseline, and nobody has it. It's into the right field corner, and Montreal with a double on Orlando Garza, who's now 1 for 4 on the day. It's got some speed. Luis Santos up to the plate. The tying run at second with 2 down. And the 0-0 pitch to Santos, hit deep to right, but getting there in time is Hortero, and that will end the inning. So no scoring as Montreal strands Garza at second. Santos with a deep fly ball was hoping for some magic. He's got 2 home runs during the playoffs, but that one isn't. That last at-bat isn't going to add to them. Joe Nicely now coming in for Montreal. They will definitely try to keep Calgary to that 1 run. Nicely is their regular closer. Just 4 hits and 9 innings during the playoffs, and 10 strikeouts in that time. Israel Medina will lead it off for Calgary. 20 for 29 in save chances for Nicely. Floating under that one is Areka for out number 1 of the 9th inning. Dalji Ling up to the plate. Always dangerous. And he goes opposite field. This one will squeak out of the infield and into left field. Damian Audi gathers it up. Dalji Ling is safely aboard first base. Logan's Run up to the bat. Hit hard to left. This drops in for a hit, and that is back-to-back singles. Nicely, not too pleased with that. Only allowed 6 hits in 9 innings, and already he's got 2 hits in this just 1/3 of an inning pitch so far. Jan Conk up to the plate with 1 out, 2 aboard. And the infield will be playing for the double play, but guarding for the runs there, and they double up on that ground ball from Jan Conk to short, and that will end the top of the ninth as the threat is done away with. Calgary still has the 1-run lead, but Montreal working hard to keep it to just 1 run. Peyton May, followed by Mizuguchi and Robert Oreka, the meat of the Montreal order, will try to walk it off here in the bottom of the ninth. Jeff St. John going for the complete game. What a catch by Manny Davia on that dive to grab Peyton May's line drive up the middle, and Davia certainly deserving of some recognition for that as he retires the first batter on that amazing grab. Oshi Mizuguchi up to the plate. Hit back to the pitcher, St. John, but Mizuguchi is thrown out at first, and Montreal is up to their last at bat in this inning. Robert Oreka, their last out, I should say. Ground ball to third, and that will retire Robert Oreka, and Calgary have pulled even in the series, 2-2. And the line for today, Calgary Inferno, 1 run on 8 hits, no errors. Montreal Metros held scoreless on 3 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher, Jeff St. John for the Calgary Inferno. The losing pitcher, Kenny Cartwright, on an impressive 7-inning, 5-hit effort. His only mistake being that 1 run and 2 walks, 5 strikeouts for Kenny Cartwright. He was relieved by Botello and Joe Nicely, who also were effective, but unfortunately Montreal was not able to solve Jeff St. John, who earned player of the game for today. The series will move back to Calgary for Game 5. And we're going to find out in a moment if we're going to need any lineup changes. And we'll possibly be back with another broadcast tonight. Thanks for watching.